Welcome to the AGORACOM.com CEO interviews, where we feature great undiscovered small cap companies to the small cap investment community.
Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, an exclusive webcast brought to you by AGORACOM, where public companies take the time to further discuss the importance of recent press releases and events. I'm Al O'Grady. And back on the program is the president and CEO of Grizzly Diamonds, Mr. Brian Testo. Grizzly Diamonds is a mineral exploration company focusing on the development of precious metal prospects in British Columbia and diamonds in Alberta. And we'll be talking about diamonds very, very shortly. Grizzly Diamonds trades under the symbol GZD. Mr. Testo, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Al.
Brian, of course, we've talked many times before, and you're known as Grizz, and Grizz it shall be for the rest of this interview.
That's good.
Okay. Grizz, the date of today's recording is Thursday, December the 11th. Back on Monday, the 8th, you had a press release that crossed the wires where you announced recovering a fair amount of diamonds. So just how many diamonds did you recover, and really, what does it all mean?
Well, we got 534 diamonds out of two kimberlites, 10 of them being macros. They were small macros, but macros. And the report came back that they were chips, and so there is bigger. We figured there is bigger diamonds in the kimberlites. But we're going to continue working on it as we go. The market right now don't seem to care what you announce. It seems in a little bit of a doldrum, but I think that'll turn around. I got lots of congratulations from people that know diamonds about discovering what we have discovered so far. So we'll just keep moving on. I mean, it's like one of my buddies said a year ago, we'd have been cracking the champagne, and today we're having half a beer. So in the future, it'll get better.
Yes, it will. You said you had received some congratulatory messages. Some major players, perhaps?
Well, no, not major players, just from geologists that know diamonds and people in the government, the senior government geologist for Alberta, for diamonds. I mean, they all think it's an excellent result, right?
Right. So for
we're way too early for a major to look at us. Like, we'd have to do a bulk sample yet, which we will in the future.
Right.
But having said all that, with the way the market is right now, I just was in New York last week, and it was actually more positive in New York than I thought it would be. And what we figured out was that gold is going to lead the people out of the darkness for the market. So we're going to concentrate on our gold projects in British Columbia, like the Merritt, around the Merritt area that we have there, Greenwood area. And we're gonna do a little bit of work on it in the spring and get to be drilling it probably in midsummer. And I'm working on a potash deal with our potash stuff with another company. We'll see how that works out. And then as we go forward and the market starts paying a little bit more respect to diamonds, we'll get back at the diamonds in the fall. Okay,
so maybe we can continue this discussion with diamonds, and if you want, we can also talk more about your gold and potash prospects. For the geologists that were commenting on that really are in the know as far as the diamonds are concerned, What were some of the things that they were saying about this diamond discovery?
Well, like they said, there's a fair amount of diamonds in the kimberlites are big. That's the one thing. BE2 and BE3, we have size to both kimberlites. Like BE3, I believe, is on the mag. Well, I mean, we'll have to drill it up to prove it, but on the mag, we've got coincidental mag on two different types, and it shows it to be 200 meters by 200 meters. So you've got a big kimberlite body. We stuck 1 2-inch drill hole into it, and we hit diamonds in it, and we got macros from it as well. Like each hole we drilled, we got macros from each hole we drilled into BE2 and BE3. So we do have the size. The next step will be a mini bulk sample. So to see if they get bigger, and as the bigger samples go, it should get bigger, right?
Right.
And then you take it to a certain stage, and then the big boys start having a look at you.
Right. Now, I don't think we've actually named the name of this property. It's the Smokey the Bear property, from what I understand.
Yeah. Well, the whole area is called Buffalo Head Hills. The property is called Smokey the Bear.
Right.
And the kimberlites are called BE, named after our late Brian Alco, who was a director of mine.
Right. Okay, now you had said that you're certainly going to be looking at gold and potash for 09, but really as far as Smokey the Bear property is concerned, what's next with that? More drilling, more exploring, what's going on?
Well, as like I said earlier, as the market turns around and you can raise more money for diamonds, well then we'll start working on diamonds again. But until we start getting a little bit of respect for diamonds, we're gonna switch our focus to gold and potash right now.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Gold. What's going to be going on with your gold projects in BC?
Well, we've put together quite a package in the Greenwood area of British Columbia. We have 200,000 acres. A major on the south side of the border, 3 miles from where we got property, just put a 1 million ounce gold resource into production a month ago. We got similar geology to what they got, so we're going to start doing probably in February, March. I'll get the boys out doing the magging and doing all the geology stuff and get her ready for be drilling probably August.
Okay. Now, as far as your potash is concerned, I know you were big on that back in the summertime.
Yeah, well, potash hasn't dropped. I mean, the price of potash hasn't dropped. It's just the whole market in general has dropped. So I think potash will be one of the commodities that bounces back real quick. And we do have a couple outfits, one in particular that's trying to put a deal together that makes sense to both companies. So we're still working on that actively. We did a compilation on some of our ground this fall, and it's very prospective. So that part's looking good.
Okay. Grizz, that's it as far as the formal questions are concerned, but as always, I leave you with the last word. Any final thoughts about the press release that came out earlier this week, or any other comments about Grizzly Diamonds in general that you'd like to focus on?
No, basically, I'd just like to thank my shareholders again and wish them a happy festive season coming up here, and just bear with us, and we'll add value to Grizzly by drilling. And if the market don't care about the diamonds right now, we know we've got what we've got. It's in the ground. It's not going away. Our properties are good for 4 years, where the targets are where our kimberlites are, and where our other targets are. Some of them are good for 4 years, and some are good for 2 years. So we can wait out this little bump in the market, and we'll be back at her. Okay.
Grizz, as always, I want to thank you very much for being on the show and providing our audience with some great insight about these developments for Grizzly Diamonds.
Thanks a lot, Al.
Okay, and Merry Christmas, Brian.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, too.
Okay.
Bye.
And once again, that was Mr. Brian Testo, a.k.a. Grizz, President and CEO of Grizzly Diamonds Limited, which trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol GZD. For more information on Grizzly Diamonds, you can visit their website at www.grizzlydiamonds.com or right here on AGORACOM in the Grizzly Diamonds Investor Relations Hub. And that concludes the AGORACOM Investor Relations Beyond the Press Release program. I'm Al O'Grady. Thanks for joining us.